guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Erica, and today's video is going to be a holiday party, get ready with me kind of vibe. So the look I had in mind is that I want to do like a white glittery look, but I don't want it to be like plain white. I want to add like glittery like blues and pinks and kind of have like maybe a duochrome kind of ethereal type moment. And so that's what I'm going to do for the eyes, I think. And then for the lip, I want to do like a red lip and still keep it like holiday party vibes. I'm actually going to like a family holiday party after this, so that's what I'm getting ready for today. And if you're not already, you should definitely follow my Instagram because I've been posting like a reel and a TikTok here and there, so definitely follow those. And yeah, the video I posted is like, I posted it yesterday and it's like a green grunge kind of makeup look. And I think it came out really cute. It's kind of like a little more experimental and like fun and like free and colorful. And this one is going to be like a little more wearable, but I definitely wanted to do like one of each for the holidays because I've been seeing so many cool videos online that are like super inspiring and stuff, and like just people like playing around with makeup and having fun. So I want to have like I want to have the best of both worlds. So yeah, and if you're not already, definitely go follow my Instagram and my TikTok because there's like a few extra videos here and there that I post on there. So if you want to get some extra content, then definitely follow me over there. And the one thing that I like about posting shorts and reels and TikTok is that I can include like a sound to it, which I cannot do over here. I mean, I can, but it has to be like copyright free music. So it's definitely a different vibe over there. So definitely follow me on both. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching this video. So I haven't done like a full tutorial in a while where I show like every little thing. So I'll try to do that today. And for those of you who have like been here since my beginning of my YouTube channel, then you would probably know that this was like actually my first video ever. Like my first video idea was to do like a holiday party glam kind of vibe. And so it's been like 7 years since I first started this channel. And so every time the holidays come around, I feel like I need to film a video because that's where all the inspiration started, you know? So yeah, that's kind of what inspired today's video. I know in the past I've done this isn't my only holiday party get ready with me video. So yeah, yeah, today is like the 22nd, I want to say, of December. So I pretty much have all my Christmas shopping done, which is like a huge relief. So right now I just put on my Lovely Bees. It's like edge control hair gel, but I use it for my eyebrows because it just like really keeps them in place and stuff. And then next I'm gonna do foundation and concealer and stuff, but I try not to forget this step. This is my Rare Beauty highlight. It's like a liquid highlight in the shade Enchant, so I always try to remember to put this underneath my foundation. And then the foundation I'm gonna wear is like the Flower Beauty Light Illusion one. I don't know how, but this is like, I've had that for years and never ran out. Knock on wood, because I don't want to run out. But yeah, that's just what I've been using. Like, this is kind of random, but it kind of sucks in a way that when YouTube was like first blowing up with like makeup videos, which is pretty much around the time I started, like 2017, 18. I know the makeup videos were out before that, but I feel like it was more hyped up around 2018 and 19 and stuff. But anyways, a little bit, it kind of sucks that there were so many fucking problematic YouTubers around that time, because now I just have a bunch of freaking palettes from YouTubers who I don't support anymore. But I don't know about you, but for me, I strongly believe like just because I don't support this person anymore doesn't mean I'm gonna throw away a product. Like, what a waste for the environment, what a waste for me, what a waste of money. Like, I don't know. And some of the products, they're not bad. So it's like I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy a bunch of new palettes when I have a bunch already. Like I might as well use up the ones I have before I start buying new palettes. It's also like part of the overconsumption thing. So it's just like I bought a bunch of palettes in 2018, 2019, even 2020. So what am I gonna do now? I have to use them. So it kind of sucks though, because then that means I don't want to show all these products on camera because I'm not trying to promote these brands and stuff. So I feel like when it comes down to the palettes and this and that, depending on what I use, sometimes I'm not going to show it because I'm like, F this person. Like, they're not going to get my support anymore, because it's true. Like, I'm not going to be supporting a bunch of idiots who I apparently put a bunch of money into their pockets, but you know, it is what it is. I was a young, unaware consumer of the world. Yeah, so right now I'm doing a little foundation. Ugh. And the other reason I wanted to do a red lip is to match these cute freaking ornament earrings. I'm obsessed with them. I have another pair of ornament earrings, so I'm gonna see if my mom wants to match with me. The other ones are like, honestly, even more detailed. Maybe I'll show them in a second. Okay. And so here's my like current makeup hack. It's not really a hack, it's just what I do. So when I'm like running late, or like I'm like, for example, this whole summer, this is what I did. Instead of using eyeshadow primer, I literally just put on concealer, and then when I'm blending it out, I like carry it onto the top of my eyelid so that it's just primer, because I do love using primer, but it's just such a pain to like have to do that when like, versus just all one swipe, you know, just covering that up all in one swipe like this. It just saves me a lot of time. So that's what I've been doing for that lately. Obviously, if I was like going to some crazy event, then absolutely I would be priming my eyes, but I just don't have any crazy events right now. So also, if you happen to see how crusty my sponge is, please just look away. Like, I'm getting a new one for Christmas, so this is probably the last use this sponge is gonna get. This sponge has had its better days. Okay. So that's that. The eyes are like primed now. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my palette. Okay, so back on that conversation of having a bunch of palettes of people who I don't support anymore, we're gonna go ahead and dip into any palette you have that has a white or like a light tan, just to like set these. I always pretty much try to do this step. I like take a white or a super light tan, and I set whatever primer I just put. So I'm gonna set my concealer, and it depends on what look you're gonna do, but I at least just try to do like a light little coat in my crease, just so like I don't, just so my concealer doesn't start creasing up and it like actually starts working as a primer. Okay, so one shade I can show you is that I just put like a regular kind of tan into my crease. And then, so I just am like putting that into my crease. And then I also took like a slightly darker, like mauve, cool toned brown. And I've been doing this a lot lately, just like buffing some stuff on my outer corner of this darker color, and then using the crease one to like blend that out. Just because like I feel like if whatever look I do, if I start it with this, even if it's like the most crazy colorful look, even like my last look, I still start with this because it helps me remember like eyeshadow placement and like what works for my eye type. Because I don't know, I just been trying to do my makeup this way the past couple years because I feel like it kind of like Back in the day I used to call it, I don't know if I ever said this on the channel, but back in the day I used to call this like my facelift makeup, because it's kind of like enhancing your features in a way where it's like pulling you up versus like super duper rounded. But it really depends on your face shape. This is just what I feel like looks the best, but I don't know. It's all about the trends and like what you happen to like in the moment, so it's not that deep. And then I've still been using this e.l.f. instant brow pencil or whatever. It's like a really good pencil, and I like how kind of like simple it is, and I feel like the formula is like, I don't know how I would describe it. It's a little gel like. It's not very like powdery or like too pigmented, which kind of works well with the Lovely Bees stuff that I put in my eyebrows to like set them in place. So I feel like that's pretty much the sole reason why I really like this e.l.f. one, is because it works so well with my other one. So I've just been trying to do like simple brows lately too, like nothing crazy, just kind of like shaping them up pretty much. So yeah, sometimes I'll like start them and then I'll like fix them up by the time the makeup looks over. I always do this step, but it's easier to do it earlier than later. This is the Sephora Colorful Shadow Stick and Liner. It's just in matte white. So I'm gonna put this in really quick. Yeah, I always do this step, like not every day, but just like pretty regularly when I do my makeup, because if you have small eyes, it really opens up the eyes. And it's good to do it like now before you've done concealer, because you can like touch your eye and stuff and you don't have to worry about smudging your stuff up. So I always try to remember to do that step earlier in the process. I just put this shade like all over my lid, and then put on this loose pigment from Wet n Wild. It's like the Color Icon one or something. I think I'm gonna go in with this Artist Couture loose pigment as well. It's in the shade Nebula, and it's kind of like a pinky blue duochrome. So I'm just gonna use the same brush because I need to wash my brushes. I don't have that many right now. And I've just been spraying these with setting spray because it kind of enhances the shade. Okay, so I think I added all my glitter, at least for now. I might add some more later. So I'm just gonna go in with my crease shade again and just kind of like touch it up. I'm gonna see if there's anything left over on this brush of that like darker outer corner shade I used. I feel like it really just gives the look more dimension and stuff. And then you can always blend that out with your crease shade. And I'm just gonna take this color like all the way up to my brow area. And then I'm gonna use like that initial white, like when I set my concealer with the white tan, I'm just gonna use that brush to blend everything out. This look is also kind of inspired by like Olivia Rodrigo's everyday concert makeup. She always kind of does this kind of look. Okay, now I'm gonna go in. Wait, oh my god, I just realized I said I was gonna do the concealer after, but I already did the concealer. Bruh. Maybe I'll just add like a really, really small amount. Because I feel like this glitter fallout is a little much. I'm just gonna do like 2 freaking drops. But I'm excited to see my family and stuff today. And I feel like ever since becoming like one of the grown-ups or whatever, one of my favorite things about going to these family parties is like watching the kids open their gifts. I don't know how cheesy that is, but I think it's so freaking cute. I don't know. I feel like I can just remember when I was a little kid opening all these gifts and stuff. Like we pretty much at this particular family party save all the gifts for the kids, and I think that it's super cute and fun. And I love watching them open their gifts. They're so cute. Okay, next I'm going in with this Rare Beauty Joy blush. It's a liquid blush, and I try not to be like super heavy-handed, especially if I want a look like this to be kind of like subtle. So I'm just really blending that out on my hand first, and it's all about like the placement. So I just try to like place it somewhere around here and then like slowly build it up. Now I'm gonna do my fake freckles, which is like a step that I can never skip. And I feel like the trick to doing like realistic fake freckles is that every time I think of it, I always think about painting, like when you're painting a sky filled with stars. Like not every single star is going to be equal distance away from each other, because that's like not nature. So I feel like that's a good way that I remember that all the freckle placements have to be totally random, and that's what makes them look better and more realistic. Oh wow, I did not realize I had all this freaking I have all this tan freaking makeup on my white nails. That looks super weird. Okay, so after I do my fake freckles, the key to like fully making them look realistic is to either get blush or bronzer, and I'm gonna do bronzer and just go over them. You can also blend it out with a sponge, but I personally like doing this version because it kind of like bakes it into your skin, versus like sometimes depending on the sponge and like whatever, sometimes the sponge can like take away too many freckles. I really love this Fenty Killawatt highlight in the shade How Many Carats. So I always use this highlight like no matter what kind of look I'm doing, because it's just a really good overlay. And as you remember, I started this whole look off with this Rare Beauty highlight, and so I feel like using liquid highlight is one of my hacks as well, because then when you put on this one on top of it, it has something to stick to. Okay, so now I'm going to put on like a really thin line of eyeliner in the shade Gâteau from, or maybe I'm saying that wrong. I always say things wrong. This is the split liner from Glisten Cosmetics, and it's the one I've been using a lot. I use the darker shade from my liner. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put on mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm actually gonna go in again with this, but for my highlight. And now that I put that, I just go in with like a little blush on top of my highlight. That's like another hack that I always try to follow, is do your blush, at least your powder blush, after your highlight. So I wonder if that's it. Oh yeah, I wanted to add a little lashes. So I'm gonna add some lashes and I'll come back for my lip. Okay guys, so that completes this video. Also, I just will quickly say the lip liner I used is the Jordana Easy Liner for Lips in Sedona Red, which is actually really funny because I'm almost positive this is the lip liner I wore 7 years ago, which is a little embarrassing, but also doesn't everybody do that with expired makeup? And then I used this NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cherry Cream or Cherry Creme, I don't know. Then I used this Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss in the shade Pina Colada, but I think it's more like the scent. Okay, that completes this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe down below, and also check out my Instagram and my TikTok. I'm running late to my party, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.